Imagine a city where less than 1% of human waste is actually treated.
Right.
It ends up in canals, in the groundwater.
The public health consequences are just catastrophic. You're talking about cholera, typhoid.
Exactly. But there's this other side effect we don't often talk about. All those nutrients are lost, so the surrounding farmland is basically dying.
It's a broken loop. Pollution in the city, soil degradation in the country.
So today we're doing a deep dive on an organization in Haiti that's trying to fix that loop. They're called Soil Sustainable Organic Integrated Livelihoods.
Founded back in 2006 by Dr. Sasha Kramer. And their whole philosophy is built around what they call a circular economy.
Right. They stopped seeing human waste as a problem to get rid of and started looking at it as, well, a resource.
A resource to be harvested.
Which, sounds like a great idea.
Yeah.
But in a place with huge infrastructure challenges like Haiti, how do you even begin to pull that off? Their system is called EkoLakay. What does that look like on the ground?
It's actually surprisingly simple. It's what's known as container-based sanitation. Because you can't build a sewer system in these dense urban areas. It's just not feasible.
So they go right to the home.
Exactly. They install a special toilet in the home. Specifically, it's a urine-diverting dry toilet.
Okay, urine diverting. That term came up a lot in the research. Why is separating the liquid from the solid so important?
It's crucial for two reasons, really. First is just weight. It's so much easier to transport the solids without all that liquid.
Of course.
And second is the smell, that really strong sewage smell. That comes from urine and feces mixing. When you keep them separate and cover the solids with something like peanut husks.
Which they provide, right, a cover material.
They do. It smells earthy, not like a latrine, which means you can actually have it in your house, which is, a massive upgrade in dignity.
Okay, but then there's the collection. The sources mentioned poopmobiles.
Yes, that is their official name. And it's not a big truck. It's a fleet of these little three-wheeled motorcycles.
Because a big truck can't get down those narrow alleyways.
Can't fit. So these motorcycles zip around. They swap out the full sealed containers for clean ones every single week. It's like a subscription service.
Subscription for sanitation. So from there, the waste goes to a treatment facility. And this is where the biology gets really interesting. They aren't just burying it.
No, absolutely not. They use a process called thermophilic composting.
Thermophilic. So thermo meaning heat.
Exactly. You pile up all this organic matter with the right carbon-nitrogen balance, and the microbes just go to work. The decomposition itself generates a ton of heat. We're talking sustained temperatures over 122 degrees Fahrenheit.
And that heat is what does the sanitizing.
It's what kills the pathogens. It literally cooks them. Cholera, E. coli, all of it. It's a natural biological process. And the end product is this rich, safe compost called EkoLakay.
Which they then sell back to farmers and reforestation projects.
Closing the loop. The nutrients go from the city back to the soil.
The climate numbers on this were pretty staggering. The reports say it creates 250 times fewer greenhouse gas emissions than a traditional pit latrine.
It's a huge difference.
How is it so much better?
It all comes down to oxygen. A pit latrine is anaerobic, no air. That environment produces methane, which is a really potent greenhouse gas. Composting is an aerobic process, so no methane.
Plus no flushing. They save something like 19,000 gallons of water per toilet per year.
A huge amount.
Okay, let's talk about the business model, though. This whole operation, the motorcycles, the compost facility, the staff, it costs money. Users pay a fee, right? About $3 or $4 a month.
They do.
Does that cover the cost?
No. And Soil is very upfront about this. The user fees and the compost sales cover a good portion, but there's still a gap.
So is that a flaw? Does that mean the model isn't sustainable?
I don't think so. I think it's a reality check. They call it hybrid financing. Their argument is that sanitation is a public good. It's infrastructure, like a road. You don't expect a road to turn a profit on its own.
So they partner with governments or donors who pay for the public health outcome, while the user pays for the collection service.
That's the model. And it's proven to be incredibly resilient. They've kept operating through gang violence, fuel shortages, political crises.
Wow.
Because it's hyper-local. 98% of their staff is Haitian. They don't need an international supply chain for a broken pipe. They need buckets, some cover material, and a local person on a motorcycle. The system works even when everything else is breaking down.
It just proves you don't need a billion-dollar treatment plant to solve an urban sanitation crisis.
You need smart logistics and good biology.
It really makes you rethink waste. If human waste, the one thing we're programmed to think of as worthless and dangerous, can be turned into a climate-positive asset, What else are we just throwing away because we're not thinking about the full circle?
That's the real question, isn't it?
Thank you for listening to Mission Possible, innovating for the world's most marginalized. This podcast is built on the outstanding work of our students, whose curiosity and commitment drive much of the research and storytelling you hear. Each episode is grounded in academic research and shaped through close collaboration with our partners. To learn more about the research and partnerships behind this podcast, feel free to contact us. Thank you for joining.